Hey everyone, Dan from Getting Wild with Dan and Christy. We first started camping this past spring. The first tent we bought was this Waldzimmer bell tent. We did a little preview on it over Memorial Weekend. Um, I just want to take you inside and show you what it's all about. I do love this tent, but it lacks space. So let's just get into it. Being that this tent is actually round, there's a certain way you have to do this. If you start here at this spike right here, you have to go directly across to that one and pull it tight that way. Then you come over to this one here, which is halfway between the two, spike that one down, then go directly across to this one over here and pull that one tight. Then, now that that circle is pretty much set, you can go and stake out the rest. There is 25 stakes for this tent. It's 24. There's two in each spot here, and then there's one right here. So I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get inside. This is the only way you can do this, and that is staking it out first and then putting a center pole up in the middle. This is truly the part that I'm just not happy with. I did a parody back on Memorial Day weekend, just kind of playfully trying to put this up on myself. I knew I was doing it wrong, but I just did it for parody reasons, just to be funny. But again, you have to stake out the sides first before you do this part. Don't laugh. I'm a big guy and this is not easy. I made it out alive. this that's the biggest drawback to this tent, is trying to fit through this small door. We'll get to this doorway in a minute, but now I got to get the bars for the doorway set up. All in all, this is not a real hard tent to set up. It really isn't. And that's pretty much it. Now, what I'm going to do here, what I have to do is I have to go and set more stakes. I've already got 12 of them in. These are the ones that really hold everything together. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay. So now it's up. It's a bigger tent than you may think. So let me take you around the outside and show you what it's all about. All right, so you have 12 of these main ones all the way around the bottom. And then these right here, there's 12 of those as well. This bottom does zip out. You can take this bottom right out. And then here, you can tie it down this way. That way, I mean, I got more stakes to do it. I just didn't do it just for the sake of showing you this. So there's 24 all the way around. And then you have the one in the front, that's 25 stakes. It has a real nice screen. It zips at the bottom through the center. But again, it's a very short opening. If you're 4 foot tall, this is the perfect tent for you. This does come with the stovepipe jack. Now, this one here, this was not included. The silicone part was not included. This came with a giant hole, which probably was a 4-inch hole. And I wish they was just let it alone and let you decide how big you want to cut that hole. I mean, this is the size of the pipe that I use right now. That hole was like 3.5, 4 inches. I mean, it was huge. It was letting out a lot of heat, straight up from the stove. It was going directly out. Okay, we're on the inside here. As you can see, the wall is probably about 1.5 feet here, and then it starts to angle up. So that's where you lose a lot of your square footage. It's got 4 of these windows. They all unzip. And as you can see right here, this black line right here, that's the zipper where you can take the floor right out. Other than that, I actually love this tent. This floor is thick. This is a rubber, I mean, it is a thick rubber floor, tub floor. This is exactly what you want. This is high quality here. Very high quality tent here. Very high quality. All right, yep. You know, it's the end of September here in the north, and I shouldn't be sweating, but I am. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, it has really been a long time since Christy or I have done a video. And the reason being is our life just became extremely, extremely busy. I do own a hunting products company, and obviously this time of year, usually starting in July, we get absolutely busy, and I don't have time to take off on weekends and go camp or go ride the bike or do those things. With that being said, her and I also started a retail store. I left my other job, so this has been crazy for us. We're going out on a limb here, just winging it and hoping things work out. I mean, that's how business is. You just don't know if it's going to work out or not. So you take that chance. If you never ever take that chance, you'll never know. I have owned probably 2 or 3 other businesses that I had started up and sold in the past, but this one I like. This one I've always had. I've always probably will be doing it. All right, get back to the tent here. So this is a Waldzimmer, and there are definite benefits to this tent. Okay, like I said, when Christy and I got back into camping this past spring, this was the first tent we bought, and I love this tent. I do like it better in an aspect of our blow up tent, the Ulani. I do like this one better. I think this one we're going to stay warmer in this one, but we lose a lot of space. Here's why. So this is a 13-foot tent all the way around. That's approximately 132 square feet. So you say to yourself, 132 square feet, well, that's enough to camp it. Well, no, not really. If it was a 132 square foot wall tent, yeah, that's perfect. That's great. But being that these walls go up on an angle, and me being 6'2", or I'm sorry, 6'1", I'm a big guy. So I probably lose half that square footage. So when the two of us are in there with our gear, with everything else, there's no walking space. None whatsoever. Now with the Yoleni, that's, gosh, that's close to 100, I think it's 195 square feet, which it's more than enough. Actually, way more than enough. It's a good sized tent. The way these bell tents are designed, they're designed for the heat to keep rolling inside the tent. Now, this, if it was just me and me alone, perfect. And this, if I go out on a solo hunt this coming fall, which is just a few days away, I'll probably be taking this one. I probably will. It does take a little bit to set up, about a half hour, 45 minutes, but it's just me. The two biggest disappointments in this tent is the opening. Like again, I'm 6'1". I got to crouch down to get past this wire, or the skyline, and then crouch down in here, bend over like a pretzel, and get in and out. That's something we should have paid attention to when we purchased it. Another thing is the stovepipe jack. I just don't understand manufacturers why they make that. They'll put it in there, and then the hole they give you is this gigantic. Who was using a stovepipe that's this big? Are you kidding me? You're gonna burn down that tent with that freaking stove in there if that pipe's that big. It's a great tent. I love it. It's made by Waldzimmer. I did buy it on Amazon. It was $385. We've used it. We used it like 3-4 times in the spring. It was awesome. Kept us warm. Absolutely, it kept us warm. It really did. A couple things I do wish on this particular unit, that they put like something, like some sort of sunlight up through here, some sort of window on top, and maybe one on either side, or just one to let some sun come through. Because when during the day, and this thing's closed up, and you're trying to stay warm, it's dark in there. They got windows along the bottom, but it's just dark. So that's 2 tents in a row that we had purchased that, man, we should have done our homework. And that's why we do these videos for you guys, so you can see the mistakes that we made. The Yoleni was, I wish they would have put the sunroofs, the sunlights, up in front instead of in back, because during the day you'd want the light when you're up front. What do you need the sunlights in the back in your bedroom for? It's dark out when you're laying back there. This one, I wish they would just put 1 or 2 in. They don't have to be big. They, small ones, just let some daylight in. Let some daylight in there. So, again, this is a great tent. If you guys are looking for something that will hold heat very well, this thing just it'll toast you out of there. It'll toast you out of there. I have yet to use this with my Hori 5 pellet stove, and I do believe here in the next probably 2 weeks, the temperatures here actually drop big time. So I'll be able to get out and do some fall camping. We'll be camping here January, February in the winter, and yeah, that's about that. Hey, if you got any questions about the Waldzimmer bell tent, leave your comment below. Ask questions. This is really a great tent. Tub floor, zips out, zips in. It really truly is an excellent tent for the money. Really is. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.